Hello and welcome to this app demo on Post Vendor Invoice Fiori app. This app is based on SAP Transaction Code FP60. Obviously, in terms of design, is completely different. So let's get right to it. Click on the tile, and you're essentially presented with the header information for the vendor invoice. So there are two ways to select a vendor here. One is if the user knows either what the vendor ID is, what the first three characters or four characters of the vendor ID is, or the first three characters or four characters of any part of the vendor name. So it could be something like this, could be something like this. And you can see it's basically showing all the vendors which have parts of their name starting with the string that ends up. So if you say this, for example, so any part of the vendor name that has a word that starts with CO is shown. So that's kind of how autocomplete works. This is called suggestion items based on autocomplete. So I'm going to just go with sushi. And once the vendor is selected, the details of the vendor can be seen from this little link. So then you select, you set the invoice date, and then test demo, $50, tax, AR, test for demo, and then you set the payment terms, payment method check, add lines, and then here essentially what you see here is because it's a vendor invoice, not a credit memo, the posting key defaults to 40, and then the tax code defaults from the header. So, and the currency gets defaulted to the header currency, which is US dollars. Meals, post tax, 50, account assignment. So the way this thing works is all the account assignment fields that have been set to optional are displayed, optional or required, whatever the case may be. So let me just show you how, if you changed it to meals and then did this, so I just changed the GL account to a different GL account, and that GL account requires a cost center is mandatory field. So I need to specify the cost center here. Once I specify the cost center, I can specify the text, and then I do an update, and then you can see that the debits and credits are equal, and then the balances of the invoice is 0. The debits are in green and the credits are in red. So that is kind of consistently maintained between the document header and the line. So then the user gets to simulate to see if there are any errors. If there are no errors, it says no errors, and then post the document. Document is posted. That's it. Thank you for watching the demo.